So, forgive me if I have a little bit less energy, but last recording was about 20 minutes, and it was me saying straight bullshit. I didn't get to really, maybe like 60% of it was me talking about random garbage that had no correlation with what I actually wanted to talk about. And the other, 40% was me actually saying shit I wanted to talk about, and the last maybe 0.5% was me getting pissed off at the ATC because I had my co-pilot actually acknowledge everything. And when I tried to cancel flight following so ATC wouldn't fuck with me the whole goddamn flight, uh, she immediately fucking said, request flight following after I canceled it. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so we're not going in any particular direction. We're just using this as backdrops for me to talk about my story. It's been a minute since I've actually uploaded anything. I think it's been months. I don't know. I don't remember. I deleted a lot of my shit. I don't actually know when the last time I uploaded anything was. It's gotta be over. It's gotta be months, bro. Gotta be months. I haven't uploaded anything because I'm just honest to God, I had a huge technical problem, which wasn't actually that big of a technical problem. It was me being really, really retarded, actually. Bro, the thing is, I thought that my fucking PlayStation was fucking with me. I thought it was broke. I legit thought it was broke. I thought, oh my God, bro. Why? Because it was an audio problem. I couldn't hear my own voice. I thought, is it the mic? What's going on? Do I need to use the capture card? But I can't use the capture card because I have a Blue Yeti mic with a pair of. I have Blue Yeti mic. All right, the problem with that, the Blue Yeti mic is a USB mic, and the capture card I have is like $20-$30. It only has the one USB port, so the only I couldn't plug it in even if I wanted to. Fuck. I couldn't plug in the mic to the thing, so or not the mic, but I couldn't get output. I couldn't get in-game audio if I tried using it on OBS. So either way, I was fucked. I thought until I looked it up, because what clued me into me thinking it actually wasn't a mic problem, but actually something else was, well, I went back and looked at some of the recordings that I had held up that I kept getting pissed off at because I was like, oh, I can't hear my voice. It's not that I couldn't hear just my voice. I couldn't hear any game audio as well. I couldn't hear anything. It was like the entire thing was muted. So I was like, wait a second. If I that doesn't make too much sense because if I'm muted, not if I'm muted. I mean if it was just purely a mic thing, like I couldn't pick up my audio, then why couldn't I hear the game audio too? So I looked that up, and it turns out for some unknown fucking reason, I don't remember at all, but I had a setting.
4632. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
Oh my God, I forgot about those things. Random planes can just chatter up and shit on the radio for some reason, but I think I can fix that by doing this.
Climb and maintain flight level 350. Frontier flight 4632.
That should keep us off the frequency, and we will get shit like that happening again. Okay, at least hopefully. But so there is a setting in PlayStation that is called video volume for recordings and broadcasts and shit. For some unknown fucking reason, I have that shit all the way down. Which means, basically, if I recorded anything and I look back at it, it would come up with zero fucking audio. Not good for me, because I thought I spent days. I didn't record anything for over a month probably, because I was like, oh, what's the fucking point if my shit won't work? Well, yeah, no, I ended up troubleshooting in the wrong way for a lot of the shit. It wasn't very fun. But, forget that. Fuck that, alright? I'm a bit sleep deprived. It's about 10 in the morning where I'm at. I'm trying to stay up. I've been up since 7 p.m. yesterday, I think. I'm a bit of a hibernator, so being over like 15 hours of no sleep is not. Well, I don't even think that's 15 hours. No, it's close to that. I mean, I'm not very good at math, okay? But so I'm gonna, let's just forget about that. And let me talk about the things I want to talk about because it has been a while since I've recorded, and I'd like to not entail, but regale some stories. Not that many stories, but a few stories. All right, let's. When you're unemployed at home, and all of your fucking friends are also or not also are not unemployed. They're all employed. They're all fucking goobers that go to work all the goddamn time. Oh my god. I never fucking get to see these guys most of the time. I get to see them maybe out of the entire week, I'd say I get close to maybe 24 hours of time that I actually spend. And that's a whole week that I actually get to spend with these guys. So if you couldn't tell, I'm pretty fucking bored all the time. There's only so many games I can, just fuck around with. Ready or Not recently got a big update. That's cool, but I don't like playing that alone. Commander mode's not really that fun to me anyway. It's not like it's bad. I do enjoy Commander mode, but it's also kind of like one of those games where I'd rather play it with someone else. I've been recently replaying Cyberpunk, but I'm pretty much finished with that game. I've pretty much done everything there is to do in it, so now I'm running out of shit doing it. And Flight Sim, well, I mean, career mode's cool and all, but I don't know, dog. It's only so many times you could just fucking go on autopilot for 3 hours and shit and scroll on YouTubers. No, YouTube, like TikTok and shit. There's supposedly there's gonna be a new update coming out soon. I don't know when. Coming weeks, they said. Well, it's been about 3 weeks since they said that, so hopefully soon. But forget that. I know none of you give a fuck about Microsoft Flight Sim. But yeah, no, I mean, I like to regale some stories. Some epic tales, if you will. Notably, probably 3 or 4. I don't know. I think it's 3 stories, but I'm going to talk about the drunk night. The drunk night, yes. The drunk night. Now, this is not my first time getting drunk. I don't think I've told you about my first time getting drunk. It's not really that crazy. I just got drunk on the mic in the game. Nobody was home. I just fucked around. I had fun. But the drunk night, there's something to talk about. Not too much to talk about. Nothing crazy happened. We didn't destroy Matt's house or anything. But some things, it's necessary to talk about the drunk night because some things were interesting and it gives context to a future story I'm going to talk about. So, during the infamous drunk night over at the Madical Maticus house, well, it was me, Matt, obviously, and Aubrey and Tristan. Now, for anybody that doesn't know my friend group, now granted, I think only people in my friend group are going to watch this. Maybe Dalton comes around, I don't know. But Tristan is a black guy. He's got a white guy name, but he's a black guy. I thought it necessary in case you think it's some weird fucking white guy that's with us named Tristan. But Tristan's a black guy. But, yeah, I just wanted to give that for context. I don't know what else to talk about that shit. Tristan's black. And everybody else, yada yada, we're all white. But, and Aubrey's a guy, not a girl. Though I don't really... I'm giving context to people that don't care, because this is going on the shitpost channel where I haven't done any settings to make it more available to people. I have 6 subscribers. That was just a beep to show that I'm nearing altitude. Don't worry about that. Okay, so context given, lore dropped. So we're at Matt's house. Now the funny thing about this drunk night, and the funny thing about me being drunk in general, is that I have a pretty low tolerance to alcohol and to drugs in general, probably. I've only done 2 drugs. I've only gotten drunk. I've only gotten high for like recreational drugs anyway. I have gotten, so, man, I'm fucking this shit up bad. I'm gonna start from how I got to Matt's house because, boring, but like, also something happened during that. So, I get picked up, Aubrey's car, hop in, and Tristan, beforehand, before we even made the plans, he was like, hey, I want to give you these edibles because I want to see you high. I've never seen you high. He's kind of a thing he wanted to do. I didn't want to smoke because I didn't want to go over to his house to do something like that, and I didn't want to fucking smoke at my house. I don't know if that was the reason I gave him, but that was kind of the reason that I feel like I would have had. So I was like, can you do anything else? Or can I get like an edible or something? And he said, oh, edibles are pretty strong, and shit. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. I didn't say that, but it's kind of how I was. So yeah, the first time I ever got high was through an edible. But that is for a later story, after the drunk night. But for clarity and context, he ended up giving me a capsule, like a green little plastic, green little plastic capsule, had 2 edibles in it. And I think what he said I don't know what he did. He rolled it around like fucking weed essence or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he said it was. Either way, they were 500 milligram edibles and probably slightly stronger with whatever the fuck else he did it to it. So I had that in my pocket. I wasn't going to touch that for like at least a week or so, I don't know. But I'm going to talk about the drunk night. Right, the drunk night. So I wanted to get sloshed over there. Not blackout drunk because that'd just be fun. No. But I did want to get a little fucked up over there. So I wanted to have fun over there. So I told Aubrey, hey, can you get me a 4 Loko? Keep in mind, Aubrey was going to buy like a bottle of Bacardi Black for everyone. And Matt had some leftover Jaeger and whatever the fuck else was over there as well. So we had enough alcohol for everybody to get drunk or buzzed at least. Honestly, I think there wasn't enough alcohol over there. I was like 1 bottle of Bacardi Black and like maybe half a bottle of Jaeger. And like a quarter or whatever else there was. I might be tripping and thinking that there was actually a 3rd bottle of liquor over there. I don't know. Maybe it was. All I can remember, at least for certain, I'm convinced there was at least the Bacardi Black and the half a bottle of Jaeger. Matt was gonna like try and make a mixed drink, and Aubrey was gonna make Coke or rum and Coke. So that was liquor, the intoxicants that we had, to use. So you can probably imagine only me and Aubrey got drunk. Now you may be thinking, oh, I get that because I've only gotten drunk 3 times before then, so my tolerance is pretty low, and it probably still is pretty low. So 1 4 Loko plus like at least like 2 cups of those mixed drinks and like the rum and Coke. I think I finished 1 mixed drink, which was like Jägermeister and some other shit, and I had like maybe half of a rum and Coke, plus like some like maybe 3 or 4 shots of Jaeger. But that was like, and I was really fucked up. I was like, when you're really fucked up, you just like, you don't understand, hey, you're pretty fucked up right now, alright? You're not gonna get undrunk for like at least 3 hours. Maybe you should stop pouring the Jaeger into your cup, But I got pretty sloshed over there. And the reason why Aubrey got fucked up a little bit over there is because he thought it would be kind of funny to basically drink half the fucking bottle of Bacardi Black. By himself, basically. That dude was pouring rum and Cokes like it was, I don't know. So me and Aubrey were the most fucked up ones. I think the least fucked up one was Tristan. And thankfully he was in the fuck. He probably only got buzzed. And that buzz went away for a while. Because we were over there for a while. I think it was like, it gotta be like, I don't know. I don't remember. All I know is that it was past sundown when we left. By like at least an hour or so. But I don't remember when we got there. It was daytime, at least. Maybe 4? 3, 4, I think we got there. We were there for a while, and he only really got buzzed. So that was a good thing, because he was the one driving us home. So he was really, I think he was mostly sober when he got in the car. Was that irresponsible? Probably, I don't know. But there was no way in fuck I was sleeping in his trailer. And not that this is trailer. It's just 3 fucking adult people in, like, his trailer. Well, that was just not gonna happen. That was just not gonna work out. But yeah, no, I mean, then, like, maybe, like, I don't really know how drunk Matt got. I don't really know how drunk he got. I don't know if he got that drunk at all, actually. You know, Matt's pretty, say no to druggos, because his family has a, you know, history of addiction. In my personal fucking opinion, I think he should live a little bit more, you know? Oh, yeah, I've seen weaker-willed people kick the can for addictions and shit. I just have. You know, I mean, to me, I want to live a fun life. And if a fun life means some drug use here and there, then I'm going to live it. Because this is my physical prime. Now, granted, I'm not by any means the healthiest man in the world, but I am trying to get there, you know. I mean, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm a hefty fellow. Now, I know Tristan said, don't say that because people are going to think you're fucking obese, like morbidly obese. I'm not morbidly obese. I'm just obese, alright? I'm on a calorie deficit right now. I'm trying to stick to it. Fucked up the 2 times. Fucked up 2 or 3 times in the past, like, 2 weeks. But, my excuse is because I was high on those 2, 3 times. So, yeah. But hey, we're gonna ignore that, right? Talking about the drug use of this shit in the world. I think Matt has a bit of a hate boner for some drugs. All right, I mean, it's not. Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah. Like, well, to be fair, he did lose a member. He did lose a family member to drug abuse. But the problem is that he's having such a hate boner for fucking alcohol and, like, weed, when the family member that died off of heroin. And I'm not gonna make any light of the family, like his uncle that died from that. It was, you know, it was terrible. All right, it shouldn't have happened. He, you know, should have had help and all that stuff. My condolences. I think I already I gave my condolences a long time ago. But yeah, but I mean, the problem is that, like, I don't know, like, maybe you maybe you were just like, I don't know, maybe, like, just, I don't know where I'm going with it. I'm very sleep deprived. You know, when you're sleep deprived, you get, like, a slight brain fog and shit, and it fucks with what you're trying to say. All right, like, you know, I'm genuinely sorry that your uncle died to drug abuse like that, but, like, I mean, there's a pretty big jump in, like, intensity of drug use from, like, heroin to, you know, fucking weed. All right, you can't OD on weed. You can OD on fucking alcohol. You definitely can. I'm not saying that, but usually, he's saying, "Oh, you don't drink that much. You finally." Oh, I found my fucking limit during the drunk night. All right, he got mad at me because I was like, "Oh, I wanna, you know, do 2-day bender." That was okay. Sleep deprived, brain fog. Me said that shit. All right, in complete honesty, bro. All right, the only reason I brought that up is because it wouldn't be fun. All right, I thought it'd be fun in my head, and actually, it would not be that fun. Because then, like, around, like, maybe, like, an hour or so after I said that shit, I was like, Well, for one, I was a bit, like, irrationally pissed at them. I got mad at them for that shit, because for some reason I was defending the 2-day bender so hard. I was, like, trying to steel man that shit, when I really shouldn't have, because it was like, why the fuck am I trying to steel man a bender when I myself would not want to do a 2-day bender? I said that as a joke. I was mostly like a half joke, you know, like, you know, it's not like, oh, Schrodinger's joke. It was a joke whenever, you know, I know, I genuinely said the bender shit as a joke, but I started defending it like a fucking retard. All right, I wouldn't want to do a 2-day bender. All right, I probably would want to get, like, buzzed maybe 2 times. That's kind of a realistic answer, right? That'd be a realistic answer. I would not want to go on a bender because, like, I got sloshed back at the drunk night. And oh my god, I hated the after effects, bro. I didn't fall asleep until basically all the alcohol was out of my system. I couldn't fall asleep. So I had to like deal with like I don't know, like when you hear the word hangover, you usually think that in the context of after waking up. Like you go to sleep, then you get the hangover. I don't know if you can have a hangover before you go to sleep. Probably. But I was feeling pretty fucked up, you know, like I did not like holy dude, it was not fun. I did not like that feeling. Like when you get really fucked up, you start sobering up, bro. Oh my god, it's just a terrible feeling. So in all honesty, I probably wouldn't even want to go on a bender. And also another thing I should have told them, it was like, oh, the way the way I put it to them, the way I worded it sounded really selfish. Right, when that's not what I wanted it to come off as. I put it that way because I thought somebody would have agreed with me. Oh hell yeah, let's get fucking drunk. That didn't come out that way. Now, Aubrey kind of wanted to at least get drunk one time over there. So he was down with getting drunk at least once. Now, the other people. Oh shit, am I fucking retarded? I was talking about the 2-day bender shit and I didn't even fucking give context of what the hell I was talking about. To give context, okay? So, the 2-day bender idea I gave out to him, that was for a trip that we're going to have in the near future to Tennessee. It was Nashville, a Nashville trip for about like 4 days. We're going to go to Nashville for like 4 days and shit. And I wanted to go like, oh, I'll do 2-day bender. You know, I didn't want to do it. Deep down, I would not. Like, I would get like sloshed. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm regretting this when I start sobering up. So there's no way in hell I would have wanted to drink again back to back. So, you know, kind of a joke. But the thing is, truthfully and honestly, I never got drunk alone. But the only times I have gotten drunk was at least around people. Well, I wasn't around, like, I was like alone physically, but the 3 times that I got drunk before the drunk night, I was on the game. I was, you know, had the mic on. So they hear all of me, heard my interactions. I'm a very interactive drunk. I'm not like breaking shit, but I am like very sociable and retarded is a good way to put it, I think. But the thing is that like what kind of honestly kind of I don't know how to describe it. It kind of like disappointed me a little bit. I was a little bit upset when they got so mad at the 2-day bender idea, which is probably why I tried defending the stupid idea. I got upset because like realistically the reason why I got upset is because they don't want to get drunk with me. I was like, but I really like getting drunk around y'all. Because being drunk when everybody else is drunk, was like, I mean, the drunk night was probably the funnest shit I had in like years. That was really fucking fun. Even like the fucking terrible hangover I had. I didn't give a fuck. I mean, it hurt. Yeah, at the time I was like, I don't want to do this again for a while. But at the same time, I was like, man, that was really fun. I have memories from that shit. It wasn't that long. I mean, it wasn't like a day of like crazy shit happening. It was like 5 hours or so of like just us being drunk and doing, you know, fucking around and shit. But that was the funnest shit I've done in like literal fucking years, dude. Genuinely, bro. So whenever they said, "Oh no, I don't do that," the way I worded it was sounded really selfish. And realistically, when I said, "Hey, y'all guys want to get drunk at least? Y'all guys want to get drunk over there, or you know, do something, fucking like." Because the reason why they were like, "Oh, okay," the way I worded it was pretty bad. I mean, I know I said that already, but like, I gotta emphasize the way I worded it was terrible, bro. I was like, this is how I worded it, I think, for the most part, quoted. Hey, you said we were freestyling this shit, so I gotta go on like a 2-day bender at least over there, cause like, you know, cause I'm like terrible with vacations, bro. I get homesick like day one. We went up to like North Carolina to visit my friend Chris, who's in the Marines right now, so he lives in North Carolina right now. So we went up there, long ass road trip, cause we live in Alabama, and we were gonna be up there for like 3 days. I think 2-3 days. I don't remember exactly, but dude, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, it was cool meeting Chris, but I fucking hated it up there. Not because like I hate North Carolina, but I hated not being able to fucking be alone. All right, and we had bedrooms. All right, and then we had an okay B&B. It was a townhouse. Everybody got to have their own little private area, except Aubrey. He got the couch, but me and Matt got bedrooms. But I hated it over there. For one, that townhouse was really fucking quiet. This is irrelevant, actually. Never mind. You don't give a fuck about how quiet the townhouse is. What I'm trying to say is that when I'm away from my house for a period of time, I get my social battery hits 0 and it does not go up at all for the rest of the fucking trip, no matter what seemingly I fucking do. It certainly doesn't help that whenever we decide to freestyle shit, it turns into, what do you guys want to do? And you're like, how about we go here? Oh, okay, we can go here. And, alright, what are we doing now? We looking around. We talking, we look around. We talking, we look around, bro. Like, fuck. I talk and look around my whole fucking life, bro. Like, I don't know what to say. I mean, we're not very good at coming up with interesting shit to do. The gun range thing, we went to the gun range out there. That was pretty nice, but dude, we were out there. That was at like my most unhealthy, I think. My most unhealthy. I was like, bro. I didn't get good sleep over there because of the fucking rock solid beds, and I probably was mostly dehydrated throughout the trip because I didn't buy anything because I didn't have any fucking money, really. Because I was the one that paid for the B&B. The B&B was $400, and lo and behold, I only had like fucking $400 fucking dollars. So I didn't really drink that much over there outside like a couple of waters, so I was pretty dehydrated throughout the whole fucking trip. So on top of all that other shit, on top of everything, I didn't like being over there. Long story short, I did not like being over there. And now I'm gonna go on a trip that is gonna be 4 fucking days long instead of 3 at most. 2 at least. I don't remember. I'm pretty confident it was 3 days though, because we had to drive 9 hours up there. And we had a middle day, and then it was 3 days. I remember. It was definitely fucking 3 days. But now we're gonna go on a trip for 4 fucking days. And I don't know what kind of B&B we're gonna get. Alright? Because, I'm just gonna be dead ass. The jobs that are currently being employed right now, that are producing the money to make this trip happen, are, one of them is getting paid $13 an hour right now, and the other gets paid, like, $19 an hour, I think. I don't remember. Either way, none of them want to bougie out on a fucking B&B at all. I would not be too surprised if these guys reach their fucking, we gotta buy the B&B today date, and they settle for something that's like fucking, 2 bedrooms, 4 beds type deal. I would not be too fucking surprised if they did that shit. I wouldn't complain too much, as long as I'm not sleeping next to anyone, as long as I'm separated at least, I'll be okay. But, yeah, I'm not a big fan of fucking vacations. And that goes back to even my, my normal childhood. I wasn't a fan of vacations even when it was my own family. And granted, I don't have the craziest relationships with my family. I'm only really close with my sister. So that's kind of where me getting homesick. All I want to do is really just be in my room and just, be alone with myself. And, talk with the epic gang. But, because I used to do almost 2-week-long vacations all the fucking time back when I was younger. And I just hated that shit so much. All I wanted to do was just go back home. And it got to the point to where I just said, hey, I don't want to go on this vacation. They said, oh, you're old enough, you can stay home. We'll just give you some shit for the weeks. And I just did that. They went on their vacation, they enjoyed themselves, they came back, and I enjoyed myself being fucking home. So, yeah, I like being at home, for one. That's just how I am. I like being at home. Being away from my home is, not very fun. Unless you can make it interesting. And unfortunately, I don't think anything short of fucking doing nothing is going to really be interesting to me all that much. I mean, I said, I want to do outdoor shit. And I was like, that's cool and all. But do the rest of the people want to do that shit? Not particularly, no. Alright? I would not say that most people want to do outdoor shit, you know? That's kind of the only thing that fucking interests me. I just want to look at pretty shit. Nature's pretty, right? I don't want to do fucking shit in the city. I don't want to fucking go around look at a gun store for 8 hours. I like guns, I really do, but I don't want to stand in a fucking gun store browsing, looking at bullshit for that long. Alright? This is kind of how I am. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go browse bull. I don't want to go do unnecessary. Like, I'm just gonna be dead the fuck ass honest, bro. You can probably throw like 9 out of 10 things, and I'm gonna shoot down. I'm not 9 out of 10. You can probably throw me 10 things. I'm gonna shoot down probably like 9 out of those 10 things. Alright, it's not because I want to be an asshole. It's just, I mean, fuck, man. I don't legitimately think there's that much I want to do outside of just fuck around in a B&B. Now that is something that Matt really doesn't fucking like, because he wants to go do shit. He wants to explore. He wants to see shit. Which is probably the reason why he doesn't want to get fucking inebriated. Because he wants to be sober so he can soak up everything that he's doing and he isn't fucking, retarded for half the trip. But, like, to me, to me, a night of fun is getting fucked up and having memories that way. That's just kind of how it is. Kind of how it is for me. That's how I see a good night is. Because, like I said, legitimately the most fun night I had was that drunk night in, like, the last 3 years. Probably longer than that. It was really fucking fun, bro. It was really fucking fun. I'm like, oh, you're making light of drugs and shit. I'm just dead the fuck ass honest, bro. I used to be a staunch guy that was like, drug abuse bad. Drug abuse is bad. It kills people. Can't be doing that. But I'm not trying to get fucking addicted to meth right now, and I'm not trying to fucking become an alcoholic. Despite what you guys might think, fucking drinking 5 times in like the last couple months does not mean I'm a fucking alcoholic, nor an aspiring alcoholic. I only ever like getting drunk with y'all, with the friend group. It's the only fucking people I like getting drunk around. I've never gotten drunk by myself at all. And you know what? That was never a thought in my fucking mind. I never craved alcohol by my fucking self. Okay? I've never gotten fucking drunk by myself. That should be fucking statement enough. I only want to drink when it's fun to drink with y'all. So, if you get off my fucking ass, Aiden wants to be a fucking crackhead in the next fucking 2 years, right? God damn it, bro. No, bro. I'm seeing drugs as an enhancement tool for the fact that I am a socially awkward, socially anxious fucking retard when it comes to fucking talking in public. Okay? I'm not sociable. In fact, I'm antisocial, even with my friends in IRL. I'm getting better about it, but I'm terrible. Currently, I don't get social battery out of them. They deplete my shit fast, bro. I like day 1, it's alright, it's okay. And but like day 2, done. I'm done for, dog. It would not be too surprising that if y'all guys forced me to be sober the entire fucking trip, there's a very good chance. And this is like, dude, I don't like this too, alright? I don't like the fact that I want to fucking do this shit. I don't. I want to enjoy the shit that y'all find enjoyable too. But the thing is, that's just not how I work. But I would not be too fucking surprised that if I was completely sober throughout the whole fucking trip, I would have one of those days where I'm like, alright, y'all guys, y'all can go do whatever the fuck y'all want. I'm staying in the B&B and I'm secluding myself in the fucking room for the whole fucking day. That is genuinely what might happen. But guess what? Guess what? Alcohol is, it's crazy. It's a crazy thing, right? It's not it kind of fucking is a miracle drug a little bit, it's, alcohol poisoning bad. I'm not saying I want to get sloshed, but I am saying that it is an incentive, alright? Think of it as like an extension of the trip. Y'all guys are treating it like I need to shoot up heroin in the back yard because I'm addicted to the shit. No, I want to do it because think of it as like, how y'all guys want to go do this as a part of the trip. Guess what I want to do as a part of the trip? Get drunk with y'all. Because that'd be fun, alright? Trashing the B&B doesn't sound very fun, but we don't have to get sloshed. We can just get buzzed, I'm I'm pretty good. I'm pretty okay with just getting buzzed. Alright? We don't have to get fucking incompetently drunk. I just want to do that because that's the only fucking way I think I can enjoy myself over there. Is that the best way? Of course not. The fact that I am relying on a drug to get any enjoyment out of the shit is probably not very good. But I don't want to just straight up say, I don't want to go. Alright, I don't want to go because, I'd be fucking annoyed over there. I do want to go because I want to make memories over there. I want to have fun over there. The only problem is that right now, currently, y'all guys only have the idea of freestyling it over there because we only really got about a month and a half, maybe less, because it's middle of March right now. Exactly the middle of March right now, and we have to go over there on the 20th of April. So, yeah, I mean, pretty hard to plan for shit when, for one, none of us are good at planning. None of us are good at planning at all. We don't plan at all for any of this shit. Matt has such crazy ambitious dreams about his fucking trip ideas, and then like, oh, how the fuck would we even plan that shit? He wants to do an out west trip sometime in the future, or whatever the fuck. That's just kind of the name we gave it. It might not even be out west, but a trip that is at least a decent states away. One that might require a plane flight or something. Either way, it's going to be an extended trip. It's going to be a fairly long trip, and it's going to be a bit, I don't know. Sorry, I'm fucking with my headset right there. Alright, so, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm kind of ranted about drug abuse and shit. Apparently. I'm not sound like a crazy person, right? I'm not addicted, dude. I'm not raving. I'm not doing. Like, I mean, isn't I'm being so honest when I say I'm not fucking addicted to alcohol. I'm not craving this shit. I'm not secretly hoping that I could get drunk for free over there or something like that. I mean, fuck. I mean, I'm not 21. Alright, maybe that's admitting to a crime. Who the fuck cares? I mean, they're not gonna fucking do this shit. But, you know what I mean? If it's that big of a deal, I mean, for one, Aubrey already said he wanted to get drunk over there. So he's probably gonna end up buying alcohol anyway. But, as a proposal idea, I mean, it would be a really crazy night. It'd be a crazy fun night if we just had a drunk night over there. I mean, you were on board with the drunk idea, like the drunk night idea, Matt, being at your place. Until we got drunk and we fucked up some shit over there. It wasn't even that bad. I mean, I almost broke a light. But I didn't break a light. I didn't break the light. And to be fair, I'm used to house ceilings, not trailer ceilings. Trailer ceilings, you've never been in a trailer, are like only fucking 7 feet tall, whereas house ceilings are like 8, 10 to almost, like fucking 18 feet tall. So, plenty of height for me. And the only reason I almost broke is so I was carrying around some random bullshit and it was taller than me and it hit like a hanging light or something. It didn't break. I was good. I didn't break anything at all. But I think what Matt actually was mad about was little dent in his bumper or something. The fucked up grill that Aubrey backed into like a goofball because he was drunk as shit, and also Aubrey blowing up his toilet. And I mean, like, he shitted in Matt's house, and he left shit smears all over his fucking toilet, bro. Not on top of his toilet, but in the toilet, alright, And the only reason he got that mad about the shit smears is because he had his nephews and nieces over, because his uncle pulled up. That's the only reason. At least I think that's his only reason. I don't know if he gives a fuck about shit smears that much outside of that. Probably, honestly. I feel like you're that kind of guy, but either way, I mean, all in all, because the dent went away, I think. I'm pretty sure he fixed it. And the grill, I don't know about the grill. But all in all, I mean, it's not like fucking, not like it broke anything that bad. It's not like it broke the grill. The grill still works probably. You buffered out the dent, and you cleaned up the shit smears. So all in all, mild annoyance, slightly angry at Aubrey. But it's not like we broke glasses at your fucking thing. It's not like we, toppled your refrigerator or anything. For how fucked up we got, nothing that bad really happened. So I have faith in us not fucking up a B&B and getting a damage bill. For the most part, I don't really trust myself that much, so I only really kind of want to get buzzed on the trip. But either way, I don't know, buzzed or like maybe like we all get high over there. I could probably work something out with Tristan. I don't know. I personally find being drunk more enjoyable than being high. At least around people. Coming into me getting high, actually, because we basically wrapped up everything about the drunk night. And me ranting about the Nashville trip shit. But we're gonna get into me getting high. That's so crazy. Oh. So, 2 500 milligram edibles. My bad. About a week ago, Tristan wanted me to take the edibles during, while everybody was on. That way everybody can see me high. The only problem with that is that nobody could get the fuck on the game. Like, during that period, Tristan didn't get on the game for like a week. Like a week, bro. It was just me and, it was literally just fucking me and Matt for like a week straight, basically. And I got a little impatient. I was like, oh, what the fuck am I carrying around this 2 fucking edibles for if nobody's gonna get on the fucking game to witness me being high? So I just said, fuck it. One night, Matt was gonna get off. He said, 500 mil. I ain't shit. And I was like, okay, ain't shit then, alright? If it ain't shit, then I'll just take it now. And he got off, and later, like a couple minutes after he got off, I took the edible. And about an hour or so, and it hit hard. I felt my face being heavy, everything started getting really funny. Like, I don't know how to describe being high. Like, it's kind of weird. It's like a familiar feeling. But also like an unfamiliar feeling. You kind of get, well, maybe it's familiar. Okay, you get like the temperature feeling of being drunk, but you don't get the retardation. No, you turn retarded when you're high, honestly. I'm gonna be deadass. You're retarded when you're high, but you're not like really sociable that much. And you can actually move around without fucking stumbling in 30 directions. So that's kind of nice. But really, what happened? So I ended up scrolling and watching YouTube for like maybe 3-4 hours. And I was really fucking high. Like, everything was making me fucking deep chest laugh, bro. Stupidest shit in the world would get me giggling and shit. And it was really fucking fun. But then I started to green out. Now, nobody told me how fucked up greening out is, alright? So basically, when you green out, you're kind of like, it's like a little hit of anxiety at first, right? You start to feel your stomach. Not your stomach. You start to feel heart palpitations, like when you're uncomfortably aware of your own heart, you start feeling it moving in erratic beats and shit. You don't really know if that's actually happening or not, but your anxiety's kind of stacking on top of it, making it feel worse. And then another thing is that when you start to walk around when you're really fucking high and like absolutely fried, is that for some reason it kind of felt like I was feeling my organs just sloshing around in my own stomach and shit, and that felt really weird. So I had to go lay back down. The only problem is that those heart palpitations made me feel like I was about to have a fucking heart attack. Like, dude, when you green out, you genuinely think you're gonna fucking die. At that point in time, I didn't know if, like, you could OD on like you know, like THC or some shit. I didn't know that. You don't. You can't. You can't OD on like this shit. You can't really OD on marijuana and stuff. You only just green out. But yeah, I mean, that shit was kind of fucked up. So I ended up like just I was like sitting there in anxiety. I was like, oh my god, dude, Miley, is this gonna be when my heart stops now? Dude, a lot of people say, oh, you can't die. Oh, fucking. But you're gonna fucking feel like it if you're fried, bro. Like, when you're really fucking fried, you feel like you're gonna die. I mean, bro, it's not good. So, but the thing is, the cool thing about this is that, like, recovering is relatively easy. Most of that shit's a mind game, right? Most of it's a mind game. So what you gotta do is just convince yourself that you're actually okay. So I looked up, hey, how to stop greening out or some shit. For one, you can't sober up off of fucking edibles and shit, or any form of marijuana. Because that shit, once you take it, you gotta metabolize it, right? There's nothing you can do to change that. It's just gonna metabolize through your body naturally. So I have a pretty slow metabolism, right? Pretty fat guy. So shit's pretty slow. So it took a while for it to metabolize. I was probably high, and I probably greened out for like maybe like almost 20 hours. And then I had crazy brain fog, and the heart palpitation stayed for like almost 30. Like, I was up that whole time. You wouldn't really think that from something like weed, because weed, well, it's a depressant. It's a depressant type drug. There's depressants and there's stimulant type drugs, right? Weed is a depressant, like alcohol. So usually it slows your nervous system down. It slows shit like that down. So usually you probably would end up wanting to go to sleep. You're really relaxed and all that shit. You're not really up and moving. But for some reason, I couldn't fucking go to bed. I was too fucking anxious the whole night. I knew I wasn't gonna die. I knew I wasn't gonna die at all. But I still couldn't fucking fall asleep. The heart palpitations, dude, I mean, no matter the amount of convincing that you can tell yourself you're not gonna die, when you have heart palpitations, dog, you genuinely think, like, oh, dude, my heart stopped. My heart's fucking stopped, bro. And then it starts beating again. And then it beats in like a weird rhythm and shit. It feels irregular and stuff. Right? It's really weird. It's really fucked up, bro. That was my first trip, though. I got high, greened out, wasn't very fun. But I was like, okay, 500 milligrams, I cannot do that, alright? I just can't do that. I get too stoned, bro. I green out, it's not fun at all at that point. So I was like, well, I have the other gummy. So, okay, keep in mind, this was like maybe a 2-3 week interval between taking the gummy. Because after I took that gummy, I was like, I skipped a day basically. And then I came back and, nothing really happened. I talked to Matt a little bit, but he had to get off pretty early. So yeah, and then I didn't talk to him for a whole fucking week, because that's just kind of how it goes with Matt. Matt has to work a fucking $13 an hour job 7 days a week basically nowadays. It's fucked. I don't get it. He gets paid nothing really, and he has to do like crazy work hours. Like, he's pulling 50 hours, what feels like every fucking week. And keep in mind, his schedule is not consistent. He has a manager that changes the schedule every week. Not to mention the fact that, there's a very high chance that even on his one fucking off day out of the whole fucking week, there's a good chance that he's going to get called up to take a fucking shift. Literally literally 2 days ago, he was like, I want to save up money for the Nashville trip, so I'm going to take somebody's shift on an off day. I'm like, why the fuck do you want to do that, bro? You're making dude, you're not making that much more money, dog. I can guarantee you that, bro. Holy shit, bro. Dude, you want to know why your brain's so fucking fried? Because you're doing monotonous bullshit the whole fucking week. Maybe drugs is a good thing for you. I mean, never mind, actually, this is not a good idea. You gotta get off that Vyvanse, man. I know you got a dependency for it, bro. But for one, I know this is probably gonna make you not want to take it anymore. Not chronic use, but continuous years of using Vyvanse, you're gonna get erectile dysfunction. Now, I don't think you really want that, man. You may that's like 40, 50 years, and it's like 10. If you're gonna keep taking Vyvanse daily for like the next 10 years, bro, you're gonna get erectile dysfunction. Probably other fucking vascular problems too. So I think you should probably get the fuck off of it. Because I don't get it. You're like, oh no, bro, fuck, fuck drugs and shit. And then you're taking a prescription drug that is literally an amphetamine that is like a couple molecules off of meth. Like, dude. Like, bro, oh my god, bro. You take ADHD medicine and you take fucking Vyvanse, bro. It might be worse for you, honestly, because that shit stays in your system for 14 hours. That's way longer than shit like Adderall. So, it's pretty fucked for you. I mean, if anything, I think it might be a good thing, because like, your dopamine's getting absolutely cooked, bro, being on that Vyvanse. It's getting fucked up, bro. You're having so much artificial dopamine thrown in your goddamn brain that soon your body will expect it. Well, you probably already do. Your body's probably already gets withdrawals from that shit. It most likely gets withdrawals from this shit now, but I still think you should probably kick it anyway. Because one, I don't think you need it. I really don't fucking think you need it. I think the only reason, like, I do believe you have ADHD, but I don't think you need ADHD meds. I really don't. Because I think that what happened is that back then you were in a dopamine hole and you thought it was ADHD that was causing that when it probably wasn't. So you went to go get prescribed on your Vyvanse again, and you started taking it again, and you never stopped taking it. And then now your dopamine's fucked, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I think you should kick it, but I don't really know what you're supposed to do after that. I'm not no super guru. I don't actually know. But either way, while you're taking meth, but you're getting pissed at me for wanting to fucking drink for the 6th time ever in my whole fucking life and shit. You're gonna get mad at me for that when you've been on fucking basically longer lasting Adderall for over a year. So, I mean, I don't really know, but who's prescribed? That doesn't mean shit, bro. I mean, people fucking, like, dude, people fucking buy Adderall off the streets and shit because they want to have it as a drug. I mean, dude, you have a prescription for a desirable drug, at least, for the most part, I'd say. Most people probably don't. Most people that want amphetamines are like college students that want to fucking, like, focus max and like school. But like, other than that, you are taking a drug, and not like no fucking light drug, like fucking like that's like not addictive. You're taking an addictive amphetamine that is artificially boosting your amphetamine, your like dopamine and norepinephrine. So, I don't really think you got too much room to say. Just because you got it prescribed doesn't mean that the prescriber was right. All right, your guy that diagnosed you with ADHD said, all right, well, you can get some treatment options probably, and they said, so and so drugs here. I think you got offered like a couple of them, but you ended up choosing Vyvanse. But I really don't think you needed it. I don't know. I mean, before you were on Vyvanse, you weren't really that crazy. I mean, I think you were just in a dopamine hole. You were just bored of life and shit. All you had to do probably was just like, just like go on like a dopamine restriction or some shit. Like, just don't stay away from your phone for a couple of days and shit. Just restrict yourself a little bit, and then you'll find your will to regain shit. But now, you can't really do that until you kick the Vyvanse. Easier said than done. I could only imagine. Never went through withdrawals. I'm not addicted to anything outside of jerking off. So, I don't know. Could be way worse than, it's worth it. But I personally don't think it's worth getting erectile dysfunction because you want to have an ADHD medication still. Personally, that's just me. But other than that, I'm going to talk about the other two high stories, So, I figured out 500 milligrams, way too much. So what did I do with the second edible? I cut it in half. 250 milligrams. Probably not that because I cut it mostly down the middle, but, one side got a little bit more than the other. Either way, over 200 milligrams for each one, at least. that was a way more enjoyable experience. It was actually pretty fun. Edibles last way longer in your system than smoky does. So those experiences pretty enjoyable. All I really did was just fuck around by myself and shit. That's kind of how it went. I'm realizing now that this video is going on for about 55 minutes and nobody's gonna reach this amount of time. Nobody's gonna get this far in the fucking video. Even if I say, hey, Matt, Aubrey, I made a video. Y'all wanna watch it? Y'all guys are gonna see this 55-minute fucking timer and you're gonna say, hell no, I don't wanna watch that long into the video. Why the fuck would I wanna watch that long into the video? Nobody wants to watch that long in the fucking video. Okay, so I'm gonna end the video. I'm probably gonna upload it. I don't know. If any of y'all do make it to the end of this video, that's crazy. Alright. That's crazy, man. I don't know what to say. That's pretty cool, I guess. Alright, now I'm gonna end the video, guys. Epic Gangsters, December. I don't know.